So my players recently reminded me of the time that I disintegrated the rogue. You heard me right. I used Disintegrate and killed the rogue. Not my fault. They made the decision. They accepted the consequences. And it was rather unfortunate. Story time. They were playing Catfolk in Pathfinder. Tabaxi in D&D would be the equivalent. But they were playing a Catfolk in Pathfinder, Rogue, and they got themselves I think we homebrewed something of greater invisibility. And they were very keen to go out and scout alone without the rest of the party around and use this ring as their means of getting around and being stealthy. Now, the fun thing is, invisibility grants you in Pathfinder a plus 20 to your stealth roll when you're moving and plus 40 when you're standing still. And I think greater invisibility might be slightly better bonuses. If not, it's at the very least not interrupted when you attack something, which is nasty. But anyway, they were invisible, wandering through one of the dungeons that they were running through, and this was in the Rise of the Rune Lords campaign, and they encountered an enemy, and they decided, I'm going to sneak up on them. And I decided to play it a little fun. I was like, okay, you try and sneak up on this individual? Cool. You start walking across the room. You're not sure, it could be a coincidence, but it seems like their eyes are following you. And then they speak to address you. And then they cast a spell. And a sickly I don't remember what the color is. I think it's a sickly green ray for Disintegrate. Arcs out from their finger. Roll a fortitude save. So I made my touch attack like it's easy to do when you can see them, because this individual could see invisibility. I lived that meme. There's another, I don't know if it was a Vine or a TikTok. Basically the rogue sneaking with invisibility. Hey, and then the villain going, hey, what? Anyway, yeah, so I did that. And then I hit them with one of the more powerful spells that spellcaster had available to them. And the invisible cat went... It was dust in the wind. I don't think Zach likes this story. Anyway, it was funny. The party was able to get the party member back. They were saving so much money on items because they also had a crafter in the party who was insanely good at crafting magic items for them. He could enchant all of their items with very little issue because he just built himself to be able to do that. And he also built himself to be able to identify things pretty readily. So they never really had any issue with magic items that the party wanted, much less the cost of those magic items. So they had the gold to spare for resurrection. Which I felt no remorse about doing this to them because, hey, we got a funny story out of it. Anyway, go disintegrate a player character. Make sure that they have a way of getting back, at least, if you just do it on a whim. And, you know, be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourselves, and I hope to see you around.